Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. We're at the Euros, round of 16. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see every game I bet. Check out the Patreon, link in the description. And I definitely think we're going to have a few on from the Euro round of 16s. Let's get to it. First game is Denmark against Wales. Obviously, Denmark's the favorite, but I'm going the other way here. I know you guys know the Asian handicap. I'm going Denmark plus 0.5. This pretty much means Denmark in a win or draw. The odds are pretty damn good. It's just about even for it. And let me give you the reasons why. Firstly, I think Denmark will miss Christian Eriksen more than people think. I know that's the big story. I know everyone's saying, Lawson, you're going against the emotion. Denmark's better than Wales. I don't really think Denmark's better than Wales because Denmark's a one-dimensional team. They like playing long balls. They like playing long balls to Braithwaite and Paulson. But here's the problem. They don't have Christian Eriksen in the midfield. Wales is going to play three at the back, and Wales has a lethal counterattack, and you still have Gareth Bale. This isn't the old Gareth Bale, but Gareth Bale with Wales is something special. So I think Wales, with the three at the back, I think they'll be able to deal with the long ball because Denmark, they're going to just play the long ball, play the long ball, play the long ball. And I actually think Wales will be better once they get the ball. I don't think Wales is going to have a lot of the possession, but when they do have the possession, I think they're going to pass it better. And I actually think they're going to create more opportunities, more quality opportunities. Denmark's going to have more shots on goal. Denmark's going to play the ball in the box a lot more. But where are the opportunities going to come from? And I know I'm going against the emotion. Everyone wants to say, oh, Denmark, Christian Eriksen. Like, I get it. And I saw him faint on the field, but that's not really getting in the way of my pick. I like Wales plus 0.5, which pretty much means win or draw, you win if Wales does it. And I think Wales at least takes this to extra time. I think it's going to be a big upset. Okay, next game, we got Austria against Italy. There's not a lot to do here. You kind of have to go Italy to win. I wanted to go contrarian and maybe pick Austria with the spread, but the spread doesn't work out all that well. Maybe if you can get +1, you should pursue it. I want it. I just think Italy's too strong right now. And the thing that is surprising me most about Italy is the attack. Even the first half against Turkey, people were complaining about them. I was like, okay, this attack looks better than it has in recent years. They actually are passing it well. Man, and I don't think Austria for me, the problem with Austria, they don't have anyone going forward. They still have like Araunovic, however you say that, but doesn't he play in China? I mean, that kind of sums up the situation with Austria. Like, I actually think their defense can stay compact a little bit, but they got nothing going forward to give Italy a threat. So I think Italy wins that game. I don't think there's any meat for us to pick in that bone. Here's an interesting one. We got Czech Republic against the Netherlands. I'm going to go with Netherlands to win, but I'll tell you what, this plus 0.5 for Czech Republic is tempting because, okay, I know Netherlands just came out and played well, but I think they got one of the worst managers in the tournament, and I'm sure any Dutch person, they would back me up on that. When Memphis Depay's your best player going forward, I think you'll start having problems once we get to this point. But the problem with Czech Republic is they don't have anyone special. And they got Susak in the midfield, and I think that's going to help because a big part of what Netherlands has been doing, they've just been pressing in the midfield and getting counterattacks, and then they've gotten a lot of penalties so far. So I think Netherlands wins this game, but someone with more knowledge might be able to see the Czech Republic coming. I don't see enough talent on the Czech Republic, but damn, this Netherlands team is vulnerable. Let's just say that. Next game, now we're getting into some of the big games people want to hear about. We got Portugal against Belgium. Now, I'm leaning towards a draw here, but let me tell you which way I'm leaning. I think Portugal finds a way to get out of this. Now, I really like – one of the questions going into the tournament was, okay, Portugal, we know they're good at attacking. We know they got two decent, good center backs, Ruben Diaz and Pepe. How are these two center midfielders going to work? And so far, it's worked well. Like, they're big, they're strong, they're athletic. Danilo. I think that's where this game's decided, because we know Belgium, they want to control the ball, they want to put people forward, and that's all well and good. But I think Portugal sits back this game. I think they really, really sit back. We've seen their defense struggle a little bit, but I think they will be better this game. I think they're going to sit back, and I think Portugal hits them on the counters. And I want to give one player who's actually played really well. No one's talked about Diego Jota. Like, he's played really well on the wings. He's getting back on defense. I think we see some counterattacks from him. Also with Belgium, Belgium's damn good. Like, I think on paper Belgium is better than Portugal, but I do think Portugal will have a better game plan, and I think they'll be able to hit them on the counter. And also, my question is, how healthy is De Bruyne? Because De Bruyne's really important for all of this. Because if Portugal's parking the bus, you're going to need someone to unravel it. And De Bruyne's obviously that guy, but we don't know how good he is right now. We don't know how his form is right now. We don't even know how good his health is at this point. That's why with Portugal-Belgium, I'm going to go with the draw. You could go plus 0.5 for Portugal, but the odds are trash. I actually think this ends in a draw, and I think Portugal takes it in extra time. Next game, we got Spain against Croatia. This is one I love. I'm going Croatia plus 0.5. Very good odds for it, by the way. And Spain, they have their problems, and they don't have a finisher. And if Morata's your best finisher, there's going to be some problems. Now, there's been problems with Croatia, too. Croatia is a team that likes to sit back, and that's one thing that Spain struggles with. Spain is obviously struggling with teams that park the bus, like remember what Sweden did to them. But with that being said, I think that the Spain team, there's going to be lots of holes. There's going to be lots of gaps. And I think Croatia will be able to put up 2 goals. Now, Spain, they'll create chances. But do you think they're going to be able to put up more than 1 goal? I don't know. I actually think Croatia wins this 2-1 and a surprise. But I think to be safe, I would bet Croatia on the Asian handicap. Now, Croatia, I do think we are starting to come to the end of Croatia's run. We are starting to see that, but their midfield is damn good. And when you play Spain, you have to be able to compete in the midfield, and that's one thing Croatia can do. And also with Spain, one thing you want to do is, okay, they're going to have more ball than you, which I actually think helps Croatia. I actually think this helps Croatia. I think the more Spain has the ball, the more it helps Croatia. And then you still have Perisic, you still have Rebic on the counter, and you got speed going at them. That Spain back line doesn't have a lot of speed, and we know they like to play the high line. I think Spain's really going to come out aggressive this game, and I think it's going to hurt them. Now, Croatia hasn't had the best game plans. Against England, it just wasn't good. I do think their defending is going to be better this game. That's why I absolutely love Croatia against Spain. And then next game, we got Germany and England. I think this ends in a draw. England really should win this game. They're playing at home. Germany's not on their best moment right now, but I think this is a draw or a Germany win, because I think this English team is mentally weak. I think they could actually choke this away. I could actually see England getting a goal in the first 20 minutes, and I could see Germany changing this game later. I could see them absolutely stealing it from them. I guess the main thing when betting this game is like, okay, how good is Kane going to be? He hasn't played good this whole Euros. And then another question is, I do think these English center backs, especially Tyrone Mings, I think he can get exposed. And Germany, like when you watch their game against Portugal, I worry for England. If that Germany comes out, that Germany against Portugal, I really worry for England, because I don't think they're tough enough in the midfield, and also I don't think they can defend well enough. So I would favor Germany in this one. I know a lot of people are going towards England, but I'm going Germany. And I think there is also a high probability. We know the problems with Lowe, the manager of Germany. We know they're not as rejuvenated and as well coached as they should be. But an English choke job is really probably in the cards. They're going to choke this away. Next game and last game, we got Ukraine against Sweden. Man, I was high on Ukraine entering this tournament. We just haven't seen enough. We know what we get with Sweden, but you know what we're going to get with this? We're going to get a draw. I don't think Sweden's going to be able to push the initiative. And I think maybe even a better bet is Ukraine plus 0.5. Because I think ask yourself this, without Zlatan, who worries you going forward for Sweden? Not a lot, right? And there's going to be a lot of long balls. We know what they're going to do. But I think Sweden's going to play scared. And I think the plus 0.5 bet, even though the odds aren't that great for Ukraine, is probably the best bet to take here. Now, Shevchenko, Ukraine's manager, I haven't been too pleased, but then again, I actually think he's going to grow into this job, and I think we're going to see Ukraine take out Sweden. I don't think Sweden's going to be able to do it. They're going to have to be the protagonist this game. Now, Ukraine does like having possession. Ukraine is pretty good in the midfield, but I think Sweden's going to have to take control of this game, and I don't think they can do it. I think they're going to look extremely uncomfortable, and I think we could be heading for a 0-0. Subscribe, hit the like button, share the videos. I will be back for the Copa America picks as well.